Hey guys, my name is Gabby and welcome to my channel. If we're new, I'm not new here, are you? Welcome to my channel if you're new, and today we're talking about not believing everything that you hear in your own head. The thing is, we have this thing on the inside called an inner voice. That is always chatting non-stop. It doesn't shut up. It comments on everything. It has opinions. It has views. It says this is right, this is wrong, this is what I like, this is not what I like. And if you're thinking to yourself right now, Gabby, I have a voice in my head, what are you talking about? Just the fact that you thought that, it's that voice in your head that is thinking that. Imagine that you're walking down the street and somebody gives you a really weird look. You're most likely going to think, oh my God, why is that person giving me a weird look? Do I have something on my face? Is there something wrong with me? Is my fly unzipped? That's that inner voice. It comments on everything. I was talking to my mom about it the other day, and the way that I described it to her, it's like a commentator. It's like you're watching a basketball game or a football game, and there's a person, usually multiple people, 2 or 3, who are commenting on the whole game. So we have that commentator up in here, and we're just going through our lives, we're doing our own thing, and then that voice, that commentator, is constantly commenting on things. We look at this nice dress, we put it on, we're like, what a beautiful dress, and then that voice in our heads goes, Karen, you look ridiculous. And we're like, whoa, where did that come from? That commentator is commenting on everything that is happening in our lives. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to believe every single thing that voice tells you. We're not crazy because we have that voice in our heads. We are crazy because we believe every single thing that it tells us. We just take it at face value and we put it on our wall and we say, this is true. If you were walking down the street, a lot of metaphors of us walking down the street today. I'm just gonna roll with it. If you're walking down the street and a random person runs up to you and says, you're never going to succeed, you're not going to achieve your dreams, and just runs away, you're gonna be like, what the heck was that? Crazy person, okay, moving on. Yet, that voice in our heads tells that all the time, and we're like, must be true. If that voice in my mind tells me that I'm not good enough, I'm not gonna succeed, I'm not gonna achieve my dreams, it must be true. I'm gonna believe it, I'm gonna trust its judgment, and I'm not even going to start in the first place. And I'm here to tell you, don't believe everything that you hear in your own head. Write it down on a piece of paper, make it into a wallpaper, put it as your phone background, memorize it. Don't believe everything that you hear in your own head. And right now, I am going to give you a tool that you can use to deal with this nonstop chattering voice in your head. And it's called the bullshit tool. My coach taught me this tool months ago, and I've been using it, and now I started teaching it to my clients, and quite honestly, it's really funny. It works, and it makes life a little bit better. So it's called the bullshit tool because anytime you have a disempowering thought or sort of like phrase pop into your head, right? It's that inner voice chit-chattering. And it goes something along the lines of, you're sitting on your couch, you're like, you know what? Maybe I should write that book that I've been wanting to write. And that voice goes, nope, you've never written a book before. Why would you even try? You're going to fail. You're not going to succeed. During these moments, what you do is you say, that's bullshit. You can either say it out loud or you can say it in your own mind and you say that's bullshit and you move on. The thing is, those habitual thoughts and those habitual phrases that are disempowering and negative, such as you're not good enough, you're not talented enough, you can't do it, you're not gonna succeed, have become so automatic because they have been repeated so many times. So when you are using the bullshit tool, you are interrupting the pattern. So think of your negative thoughts and your negative phrases as a highway, right? So what you're doing with the bullshit tool is you're putting a roadblock in the middle of the highway. So the cars are basically like the negative thoughts, and they're going down this pathway, the neural pathways that have already been established because you've been repeating those thoughts for so long. So the cars are going through the highway, and the highway has been used so many times, and you're like, you know what, I don't want to use this negative highway anymore, and I want to stop all the cars. So you say, That's bullshit, and you're putting a pattern interrupt, so you're putting a roadblock in the highway. Do it enough times, the highway is not going to get used anymore, and then it's going to become an abandoned highway, and then you're going to have to make a new highway, which is going to be a positive highway where cars, aka thoughts, and phrases such as, I am good enough, I am capable enough, I can do this, I can work through this, everything's figure-outable, those phrases are then going to become habitual. So use the bullshit tool. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it works because it's just hilarious. Sometimes I laugh out loud and I actually say that's bullshit out loud. I'll be, I don't know, working on some content, or I'll be writing something and a thought will pop into my head. Oh my God, can you even do this? Are you even good enough to do this? And I'm gonna laugh and say, ha, that's bullshit. Good one, mind. Moving on. And then I just don't give it a second thought and I move on. So use the bullshit tool. It's powerful. It works. And we have between 60 to 80,000 thoughts every single day. So if you believe every single one of those thoughts, especially the negative ones, we're going to be exhausted, we're going to be doomed, and we're not going to be in control. And you are in control. So every time you use the bullshit tool and you put a pattern interrupt, you're saying, that's not the highway that I choose to go down. Down to? Going down the highway? My English, what's happening? You just don't choose to use that highway. And you're like, okay, I'm putting a roadblock in this negative highway and I'm choosing to go down the route of the positive highway. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. And remember, don't believe everything that you hear in your own head. Just don't take it at face value. You are capable, you are good enough, you are talented, you are skilled, you are important, and you matter. Remember that, and don't let that voice in your head convince you otherwise. So thank you guys so much for tuning in into this video and watching. If you want more resources or kind of read about the mind, the universe, the subconscious, you can go to my website asyouthink.co. And I keep forgetting to mention that I have a newsletter, and I've had a newsletter for about 3 months now, but on my YouTube, I forget to mention it every single time. So if you want to sign up for my newsletter, it comes out every single Sunday. I'm going to excuse me for just like stuttering. I'm going to leave the link in the description and you can sign up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.